Hey guys, it's time to do the full review of the Galaxy A7 2016 edition here. So I've been getting a lot of requests for this video and also some other videos, like I should compare it with the A7 2015 and A8 and all that. So I'm gonna be making those videos pretty soon. So be patient a little bit. So let's start off this review first of all from the of course display size here. The size, so 5.5 inch display here. This is a 5.5 inch 1080p display. Extremely nice quality. If we take a close up here, overall colors wise and all that, you can see here. So 5.5 inch display size, meaning that this phone is of course a phablet phone or phablet category device. It's a big phone. You can use it pretty easily with one hand because the way they made this phone, it's really nice. It's screen to body ratio and all that. And also, if you take a closer look at the display here, it's kind of like it's a little bit edged, you know, a little bit roundish. It's not like plain, you know. If I compare it with any other phone, let's say the Galaxy S6 here, the display is just flat, okay, at the end. While this one has a little bit of edged effect, so or roundish effect, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool, you know. So yeah, I'm loving the display overall. So we have glass on the back, so that's the major change in terms of the design from the last year. Instead of making the device full metallic, they made a glass back. I believe this is the Gorilla Glass 4, but that's not confirmed, you know, but I read somewhere that it has Gorilla Glass 4. So the major design language is from this phone, the Papa Galaxy Note 5. So yeah, also if you take a look at the colors and all that, we also have the same position of the flash in it for the flash, and also now we also get this speaker at the bottom with the 3.5mm headphone jack here, and also charging port. And we also do have a one SIM card tray here. This is the SIM card tray number 1 with the micro SD card, and we also get a SIM card number 2 on the top of the phone, which means that you can actually insert 2 SIM cards and a 1 micro SD card at the same time on this phone. So which I think it wasn't possible in the last year's phones, the A5 and the A7. So now it's possible. So also, you know, a lot of people wanted to know that. So yeah, it's possible. You can insert the SIM card and the SD card here, and the SIM card number 2 up there. So let's move towards the fingerprint sensor here, the home button, the new home button. Now we do have fingerprint sensor on the Galaxy A5 and the Galaxy A7 here. It is absent on the A3, so sorry for the A3 users, of course. So this might not be a big deal for a lot of people, like fingerprint sensor, but it's really nice that they've included it, because these devices really cost a lot here in my country. So yeah, we do have it. It's nice. I'm really not that impressed by its performance so far. I mean, when it comes to fingerprint sensor, sometimes it feels a little bit slow. Maybe it's because I have other flagship phones that have fingerprint sensor. So you know, compared to them, it feels a little bit slower, like Nexus 6P especially. But yeah, nonetheless, it's there, and overall it's good to have it. Increases the security and all that. So this is Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. It's not Marshmallow. So even though it's a new 2016 Samsung phone, but it still has the Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. If we check out the software information, and yes, it is 5.1.1 Lollipop. I'm gonna be doing a full tips and tricks video. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that. We have these touch buttons here. We also have this dedicated button for the multitasking here to access this menu. and you also have this close all button. So software is nice, of course, TouchWiz, and the good thing about it is that we really have less bloatware. I mean, when I first powered up this device, it had only one page of apps, so they really removed the bloatware out of it. So, and now I have these applications that I've installed. So overall, I like this TouchWiz UI. It's nice, but it still has that RAM issue, when you open a lot of apps. I'm sure you guys have watched my speed test comparison that I did with this phone here, Galaxy Note 5. So you might want to check that one out in order to see its performance. So basically, this one has the same RAM issue that when you open up a lot of apps, it closes them up in order to increase the battery life, which people are saying this is like a RAM management issue and something like that. But of course, not a lot of people are going to open like 10 apps at the same time. If you open like 2 or 3 apps like Instagram and Facebook, and you might not see any problem with this. Also, we get like 3 gigs of RAM inside for the multitasking, which is also good. Feels future-proof a little bit, because on Android you need more RAM to have better performance. It's not iOS. So yeah, software is good. This is how the lock screen look like. If you have this fingerprint sensor, you can't really see that effect here. We got 2 shortcuts, one for the camera and one for the phone dialer. And this is just the normal Samsung's UI, normal Samsung's quick settings, which you can also edit. So we also do get the power saving mode on this phone. Power saving mode, if we go to the main settings, you can see here this is a normal power saving mode. We also do have ultra power saving mode. If you go here into battery section, you can see here ultra power saving mode is there. So overall software is nice, but it needs some changes that will come with the Marshmallow. So it has Exynos 7580 chipset. This is an octa-core mid-range Exynos chipset powered by Meli T720 GPU, which is pretty much enough to handle the games at good FPS. I've also did a gaming test. You can check that out on my channel. So you're not going to have any problem in terms of performance, but comparing to other phones like Note 5, definitely it's not that strong as compared to phones like Note 5 and Xperia Z5 Premium and all those phones. But it holds up pretty nicely for its price. It is definitely a phone with a processor that is capable of doing everything, and I haven't seen any lag in terms of UI or anything like that. So I think main attraction point of this phone here is its design and its build quality, which is just super good. And also another thing that is really good that I think is also one of the best thing on this phone, as equal to the build quality, is the battery life. It's just so amazing. Even though it's a phablet phone, they put like a 3300 milliamp hour battery, which is even more than the Note 5. So we get a bigger battery, means better battery life. And when I started this video, of course it was like on 41%, and I did some takes, and still you can see it's 39%. So that's pretty nice overall. And it will survive up to 1 day plus. I mean 1 day plus easily if you watch like YouTube videos, play a little bit games and listen to music, and then stand by and all that. The way I use my phone, this phone can easily survive up to 1 day plus. So I've been using this phone for 3 to 4 days. When I made the unboxing, so I've been using all these A series phones a lot. So they really are good when it comes to overall optimization with the software, except the RAM stuff. Optimization with the software and apps and all that, I had never seen any crashing or anything, any funny stuff with the software. So if we also talk about the camera here, which is 13 megapixel, which can record up to 1080p. There's no 4K capabilities, which is kind of a disappointment because even the S5 can record a 4K video. So I don't know why Samsung didn't put that option here on the A5 and the A7. But you know, 4K, it might not be a big deal for a lot of people, because for a 4K display, you must have to have like a 4K monitor to get that to see that quality. So 1080p is also not that bad. Not bad at all. I did a video, I did a camera review of the A7, A5, and the A3. You can check it out on my channel. On the front, we get a 5 megapixel sensor here, which is I think quality wise it is definitely they haven't improved it, you know. It's still the same, but it's nice overall in terms of quality wise. If we take a look at the camera UI here, this is where the major change comes up. Okay, so for example, if we first take a look at the mode section here, we do have now a dedicated mode which is called as Pro mode, for changing the white balance and all that stuff. So that's nice. And also you can have like a HDR mode where you can capture photos in up to 8 megapixels. So it's kind of a shame that you can't really increase the resolution in the HDR mode. It's only up to 8 megapixel. So and personally, I haven't seen any big difference between the HDR shot and the normal auto shot. So I like to keep things simple, take photos in the normal mode here, this normal auto mode. Also, you can change the effects here. You can apply different effects to your photos. You can also see that if I go into settings, we do have the option to disable the quick launch, which is of course if you double press the home button, you can launch the camera. So yeah, I'm overall really impressed by this camera sensor. On the back and on the front. On the front, you can also record 1080p HD video. It's nice. It has a nice camera quality overall when it comes to outdoor. Really matches up to its price. But compared to phones like Note 5, you will see slight differences here and there. But definitely, you know, people, they really care about the front camera. You know, I mean, back camera is nice and good, but nowadays people really take selfies when they have, you know, normal hangouts. So front camera is nice. It even has a wide selfie mode. Also has a mode which is, you know, where you can show your palm to capture selfie. That was previously called as palm selfie mode, but now it's called a little bit different term. So we can take a look at that. So if we open up the camera here, we have this button right here to switch to the front camera, going into the modes, and let's see here, there we go with the wide selfie. And you can switch that if you have like a lot of people are sitting, you know, in a row, so you can use that mode. And also we have that palm mode, which is I think always on. Yes, that palm mode is always on. When you pick the phone up to close to your face, show your palm like this, it will going to capture the selfie for you. So now you don't really have to you know, switch to a different mode, so you can just show your hand to get that selfie for you guys, for yourself. So price of this phone is 54,000 PKR, 53,000 PKR to be accurate, which is almost like $530. So yeah, it's really difficult to first, you know, decide whether if you want to buy this one or let's say Galaxy S6, which also has the same price point. So I mean, it does give you a new type of design like the Note 5. You know, some people, they hate the S6 design, so it can be a good thing for you guys. I mean, for those who are interested in this new design, also has you know, SIM card tray, which is pretty damn good. I mean, even though having this awesome build quality, still has the micro SD card support, which is definitely something that is not available for the with the S6. So yeah, it's just you know, I think the price wise, it is absolutely what it offers. You know, it's absolutely good for the price. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of comparisons of this phone with other phones also. So make sure you subscribe so that you can get the full detail about this phone. You know, whether you really want to buy this phone or not. So my experience with this phone is for 4 days now. It's been really awesome. And yeah, that's just wraps up this video. I'm gonna be doing a similar review for the Galaxy A3 and the A5, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.